and you see, I remember I was in Berlin when the Berlin Wall fell in November 1989, and I remember seeing a rather plaintive couple of Korean students with a placard saying, Germany reunifying today, Korea tomorrow. And of course, that's the one thing the Chinese do not want. Because if you think about it, the Germans had a gap of about 6-1 in living standards. Between North and South Korea, it's about 35-1. So a lot of displacement, again, would take place. All these impoverished people would either be clustering over to go to South Korea or would be going north to China, which, of course, one thing China doesn't want. Something I was really struck by, of course, is by your report about the BRIC summit going on. I mean, to actually antagonize their richest state, which is keeping them alive, basically, at this point in time, and to steal the thunder from the Chinese president in the way that Mr. Kim has done, it is really devilishly risk-taking. It's not just the Americans he's taking on, it is the state that's keeping him alive.
Is that not just a perceptive analysis of the Chinese mind, that the greater fear for the Chinese is to have the Americans on the border rather than to have this pariah state occasionally lobbing missiles in the direction of Japan?
It would be seen as a colossal failure. Again, don't forget what happened with Germany. That did bring down the Soviet Union. I'm not saying that's going to be quite the same in China. I think the Chinese, I do know, have made an intense study of what happened in Germany and said we will never go down that path again. We will never be humiliated by the West kind of taking over in our back door. So that is clearly something that they are worried about. It's a huge dilemma for the Chinese. And clearly there are some sensible people in Washington with whom they can have a dialogue. Unfortunately, not many of them seem to be sitting behind the desk in the Oval Office right now. And so a diplomatic solution to get over that angst that the Chinese have doesn't seem to be very likely.